Let's talk about all the designer items I have sold and why. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Celesta. We talk about all things luxury shopping and handbags. If you love those things, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do post videos every week. So a lot of you guys requested like what bags I've sold, why, and I figured I sold quite a few bags, but I also sold a few other like miscellaneous things like belts and things like that. So I figured I'd just throw it all into one video. I have everything on my iPad. So without further ado, let's get into it. So starting off, we have this Lancaster bag that I sold. It was a great bag. I loved the bag. The quality was amazing. The price point was amazing. I love that you can wear it as a shoulder bag and as a crossbody bag. And it was kind of like an edgier look because it did have this like mock croc kind of like embossing. And I loved that. I think last year, if you start to see like which bags I sold, you'll notice that I kind of went through this mock croc kind of phase. I really liked this bag. It was gifted to me, but I ended up deciding that it was time to let her go because it sat on my shelf for like 3 months, didn't touch it. If I really wanted an edgier bag, I would have reached for the Gucci Dionysus or like maybe the Palen bag. So there were just other bags that I prefer to use. But in terms of like the quality and everything like that, it's been amazing. It just was one of those bags that I never reached for, so I decided to let her go. The next item I decided to sell was my Gucci belt. This was my like pride and joy. I wore this thing to death between 2019, in the beginning of 2019 when I first got it, to probably right before COVID. And I wore this at least 3 times a day. At the end of the day, it just came down to the fact that like since COVID, I really haven't worn pants that I like needed to wear a belt with, or even if I did have to wear a belt, I didn't reach for it. So I decided to let her go. For how much it cost at the time, I really feel like I got my money's worth from that belt. I wore it to death. There was a little bit of tarnishing by the time that I sold it. I don't know if you were able to like use Brasso and like remove the tarnish. I tried a little bit and it was still there, but I ended up selling it. I sold it for around $280 because it has been worn. I really liked this belt, but I did end up selling it and I was able to put that money towards the Hermes Gamma belt, which I ended up getting. Honestly, still haven't worn that belt all that much. I think it's because just like I'm not wearing a lot of jeans. I'm not wearing a lot of like pants that require belts, but I think that once we do go back to like the office, resume normal life, I do see myself using the Hermes Gamma belt way more. I love that it's more low key and overall just like a really classy belt. And if I decide that I don't like the buckle anymore, I can always replace the buckle and get like a different buckle too. The next bag is the Senrev harmonica. And like I told you guys, the mock croc, it's here. I also received this bag as a gifted bag. This was my first gifted bag from Senrev, and I was not shy about this. I did not like the Senrev Maestra, however you pronounce it. I loved the functionality of it. I loved that you can wear it as a backpack, as a crossbody, as a top handle. I loved that there was like an organization, like pocket for everything. But with the harmonica, I was fully expecting that I was going to use this bag for work, and we didn't like go back into the office. And so I was like, okay, cool. I think I'm just going to sell it. It would have been a great work bag. I love that you can wear it so many different ways. Something that I really liked about the Senrev harmonica was that there was an extra bit of like leather strap padding maybe on the crossbody strap, so it was really comfortable to wear. The bag was a little bit heavy, but I really liked the bag. It was just another bag that I didn't reach for, and I figured, hey, I'm not gonna have a bunch of things just sitting on the shelves that I'm not gonna use and I know I'm not gonna use, so I decided to let her go. The next bag I decided to sell was this Kate Spade backpack. I got this backpack, I think at the outlet, maybe this summer in 2018, maybe before 2018, like early 2018. And this was such a classy backpack. Like you could use this backpack like to run errands, you can use it for Disneyland. There's so many different ways you can style this backpack so it matches every outfit. And also it's like a black backpack, you know? I think I got it for like $100. I loved this. And a fun fact is actually I wore this backpack to like a school event. I was like a transfer student assistant kind of thing back in college, and I met one of my very best friends because she was like, oh my god, I love your backpack. And so that's how we became like friends. And so it kind of hurt me to get rid of it because like we had that connection. Like I met my best friend because she complimented me on this backpack. And so it hurt a little bit to get rid of it, but once I got the Palm Springs Mini, I really wasn't using this backpack. The Palm Springs Mini is also deceivingly big. I know that maybe some of you won't agree with me on that, but like it fits a full-size water bottle. And so I really wasn't using the Kate Spade backpack anymore, so I decided to let her go. I figured if I ever want to repurchase this, I can always go to the outlet. They always have some sort of like backpack style, especially in black. Like it wasn't going to be difficult to repurchase. Maybe a little bit difficult to repurchase at the $99 price point that I got it at, but I think I was able to recuperate most of how much I paid for it, so I decided to let her go. I don't really have any regrets. I haven't like felt like I was missing that bag, so yeah. Moving on to the Louis Vuitton Montaigne BB. I got this bag as a graduation gift to myself. This was the first time I went to Hawaii. I purchased this bag in Hawaii. It was like a few weeks after I graduated, and I loved this bag. Every single time I see someone with this bag now, I'm like, oh snap, should I have sold it? Like I really like it. I really liked that bag. The only thing I didn't like was the vachetta. There was so much vachetta just on the handles, and even like this tabs on like the side of the bag for literally like no reason. Like why was there vachetta on the side of the bag? I don't know. If you guys know me, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm not a fan of vachetta leather. It's just too delicate. It's just not carefree. I want to be able to use my hand lotion or like wash my hands, and like it's the top handle of the bag, so you're going to touch the bag, you know? It's just going to be really delicate. And I did spray the bag. I did use Apple Guard to spray the bag, but I really look at Apple Guard as a preventative measure, as a just in case, not really like, hey, now my bag is sprayed with Apple Guard, I can, you know, wear it in the rain. So for that reason, and also that this bag was kind of small, it's very similar size to my Speedy 25, but because there's a middle divider, it really doesn't feel like it's that spacious. It did fit a full-size wallet, and it fit maybe like a few other things, but because of the middle divider, you weren't able to fit that much stuff in there. I did really like this bag, and I actually considered getting this bag in maybe like en prince or maybe in an MM size, but I clearly didn't want it enough because I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, but I did really like this bag. The next bag I got was the Kate Spade wallet on chain. It was kind of this two-tone wallet on chain. It did fold out. It's not like the Vavin wallet on chain where you can fit more stuff in there. It's kind of you have to fold it out, so you weren't able to, you know, fit a pair of sunglasses or anything that, like a lip gloss, maybe a lip gloss, but like anything that's just a little bit thicker, you wouldn't be able to fit in there. And because it was a button closure, you really like had to make sure it fit. Otherwise, like magnetic closures, I feel like you can kind of get away with it not closing all the way. But I ended up selling this. I think I used it maybe like 2 or 3 times before I decided to sell it. Again, it was hard to sell because it was like a birthday gift, but when you're looking at everything that you have and like, would I use that bag or would I choose to use a different bag, you know? And so that was one of the biggest reasons why I got rid of it. It was still a great bag. It was carefree. Like I feel like Kate Spade's, like, I think it's Saffiano leather, like that grained leather. It's just super carefree. There was nothing wrong with the bag. It was just that when you have so many bags, you have to decide kind of like, you know, what you choose and what you want to use every day and what you are just not going to use anymore. So the next bag is this Italic lizard embossed top handle bag. And it's funny because I got this bag probably this time last year and I didn't even know that I was in my light blue phase, as I'm like literally wearing this color, and I loved it. I really thought like I'm gonna use this bag all the time, and it came down to the fact that it was kind of heavy, and I preferred to use other bags that I had. So I decided to let it go. I did really like the quality of Italic, and it definitely surprised me. And like, if you've seen the handbag collection video, I still have the tote from them. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave it here for you guys. I do really like the bag. It was just that it's kind of this awkward, it's not a big bag, it's not a small bag, and you'll kind of notice with all the other bags that I've sold, it usually is these medium-sized bags that I tend to not reach for, and then I end up selling. The next item I've sold is the Gucci Super Mini Dionysus, however you want to pronounce it. This was my taste of the Dionysus collection without like spending, you know, $2,000 on it at the time, because I originally wanted the mini, and at the time the mini was probably like $1,650, $1,750, and I tried it on and I didn't love the mini. The mini is a little bit more square. It's a little bit like the chain was was too long to wear as a crossbody, so you would have to wear it doubled up as the strap, and I just didn't love that it was so square. The super mini, on the other hand, something about a stupidly tiny bag that just like, it just gets me going. I suddenly am like, yes, add to cart. And I think the fact that the bag at the time was like maybe $7.50, I got it through Selfridges, and I was okay, well, this is gonna be the taste of the collection. I wasn't sure that I loved a Gucci bag. I wasn't sure how much I was gonna use it because it is like an edgier style. I loved it. I used it all the time, except for the fact that it didn't fit anything. I love that you can wear it as a crossbody, you can wear it as a belt bag, you can wear it as a shoulder bag. Like, there were so many different ways to wear it. It just didn't fit anything. And I think having a suede interior really makes things like difficult to kind of slide in as well. And so ever since I upgraded to the new small like Gucci Dionysus, I literally have no regrets. I use this bag like surprisingly a good amount, and I just really love the bag. The next item I've sold is the Louis Vuitton reverse monogram card holder. So I actually sold this earlier this year, and I recently got the Chanel card holder. It's kind of this blue, green, teal color, and I've been eyeing a Chanel card holder for a while, so when I decided to get that one, I sold the Louis Vuitton canvas. You guys know me, you know that I don't really see a use for having several different SLGs. Like, let's be realistic, once my cards are in a card holder, I'm not moving it back and forth from different card holder to card holder. So I decided to sell it. When I sold it, it was still in really good condition considering I used it all the time, compared to the Chanel card holder now, where she has color transfer, the edges have kind of worn a little bit already, and I think it's just that when you're using an SLG, something like a card holder that you're using every single day, it tends to get beat up. And having a canvas card holder, I didn't really appreciate how carefree it was at the time. But I really don't have any regrets selling it. I think that when I first got it, I was a little bit bamboozled because I was told that that would be a limited edition reverse monogram card holder. It was not limited edition. They sold that for the next 2 years, and I'm pretty sure it's still on the website now. But I remember going through hoops to try to get that card holder. Obviously, I was successful because I got it, but I don't think it was worth the amount of energy and time that I spent trying to get it. It was a good card holder while it lasted, but we really didn't need several card holders, so I decided to sell it. And I think in probably a year and a half, 2 years, when I decide I'm tired of the Chanel one, we're probably gonna buy another card holder and then maybe sell the Chanel card holder, assuming she's still in good condition. The next bag I sold is the Demelier Vancouver. I know some of you guys had comments about, like, you saw it sitting like here and you were like, oh, like, can you review this? I got this gifted to me as well. I got this probably maybe June of 2021, and I loved the style. I got to pick out the style myself. This was a style that I really wanted, and it reminded me a little bit of the Hermes Constance or even the Celine box bag. Just a very simple silhouette. You can wear it as a crossbody, you can wear it as a shoulder bag. And something I loved about the Demelier Vancouver is that it had an adjustable strap, like a very adjustable strap. So there were so many different ways you can wear the bag. At the end of the day, it came down to the fact that it was too big to wear as a crossbody on me. Like, it was probably about this big. I didn't reach for it. It was just too big. And so I ended up selling it to a friend. I don't think she was like planning on getting it, but I was going down to San Diego. I knew she wanted it, so I just, you know, brought it down with me. And I really loved the bag. I think it's a very classy bag. It almost screams quiet luxury. Like, if you don't know that it's only like, you know, $500, you would never know. It's just such a lovely bag. I definitely am planning to get another Demelier bag at some point in time, but I want to make sure that it's going to be a bag that I feel like I'm kind of missing in my collection. I have a lot of neutral colors right now, and I have a lot of very similar style bags, so I want to make sure that it's going to be something unique, but not too unique where I'm not going to use it. The next item I sold is the Lululemon Sherpa belt bag. So I got this. I was stalking the website every freaking day. I was refreshing until it came back in stock and I was able to get it. And I was so excited. I remember when I brought it like to my parents' house one time, like probably for dinner or something like that, and I left it on the table. My mom was like, what is that? Like, I don't know, she was like not a fan, but I loved it. I thought it was such a cute like winter bag. However, when you live in California, it's very, very seasonal. Like, I probably used that bag for about 2 months before you start getting weird looks. And so I decided to sell that one. There are some people selling on Poshmark for like $150, which is ridiculous, I think. The bag probably cost like $39. And I decided to sell it, and I got a different belt bag. I'll leave a picture here. I don't know where it is right now, but I got a different belt bag, and this one, yes, it's a little bit more seasonal. I think that this color is still like, you can still wear in the winter and stuff. So this was the one I decided to get. I saw it in stores and I was like, wait, this is actually really cute. This is definitely like my color. So I decided to get it. I pulled the trigger. I don't miss the Sherpa belt bag, and I'm not using the belt bag every day, but it's definitely a good bag to use like running errands and just things like that. The next item I sold is the Longchamp small pliage, and I recently just sold this. So if you guys have been following me on Instagram, you know that I like did a whole closet clear out. If you're not following me on Instagram, then head over to my Instagram. It's the same as my TikTok, so yeah. But I sold a bunch of things on my Instagram. These are kind of the more recent things that I sold, starting with the Longchamp pliage in the small size. If you watch the handbag collection video, you know that I really didn't reach for that size. Once I got the large size, I really wasn't reaching for the small. I'm going to LA for a day trip, and I'm gonna bring the large Longchamp because it's gonna fit my shoes. It's gonna fit like the bag that I'm gonna be using inside. So I really didn't need the small. The small just, it was enough for an everyday, but it wasn't as much as I wanted if I needed a bigger bag. The small fit an iPad, the large fits a laptop, you know? So different things like that I just prefer to use the large size. If you still want to do a comparison, I literally gave the small size Longchamp to like my mom, my sister, so I can still snag one and give you guys a comparison video. But if I were to choose one, it's been very clear that I would always choose the large size. And so I decided to let the small size go. She was still in really good condition when I sold it. I used it probably like maybe 3 times, 4 times max. It was still in really good condition, and I'm glad that I was able to go to someone who would actually use it, you know? The next item is the Parisa Wang like Kelly dupe. This is 100% a great bag to get if you were hoping to get a Kelly, or you wanted to see if you liked the size of the Kelly or wanted, you know, it fit into your lifestyle, all of these things. It was a great dupe to try out. Again, it's a $200 bag compared to a $10,000 bag, you know? So I really liked the bag. Did I need another tan camel color bag? Probably not. So I decided to let her go. I still kept one Parisa Wang bag that they sent me, and I really like it. I use it all the time. The quality is really good, and that definitely surprised me, because sometimes with these like Instagram brands, similar to like Polen, where it seems like they're only gifting to influencers, you kind of doubt whether it's good quality or not, or if they're just being paid to say this is great, you know? And so I'm always transparent with you guys, and the quality was really amazing. I did like that it came with a box, and something about the dust bag that no one talks about is that it actually comes in like a tote bag dust bag, so you can use it as a tote bag as well. So that's something that I thought was really cool that not a lot of other brands do. It was a great bag. It just like, I didn't need another bag. The last item and my most recent sold item is the Senrev Cadence bag. This came out maybe about 6 months ago now, and I know that there's been a huge wait list for it. This was gifted to me, part of a paid collaboration I did with them on TikTok. I genuinely like the bag. The bag was very versatile. You can switch out the straps. You can wear the bag as a shoulder bag, as a crossbody bag. Again, you can wear with a chain strap, with the fabric strap. There were so many different ways to wear it, and the bag felt very secure. I loved the clasp on it, and it just made for a great bag. Some of the crossbody bags that I have, like the wallet on chain, it doesn't fit that much, but the Cadence fits quite a bit, and the leather just felt very durable. It felt very scratch resistant, and I really like don't have anything negative to say about the bag, other than the fact that I have so many neutral color bags that I knew I wasn't going to reach for it. So if I wasn't going to reach for it, I might as well give it away to someone who would be using it, who wants to use it, that like maybe they weren't able to get their hands on or didn't want to wait with the wait list and all of these things. So it was a really nice bag, and I think if you're still looking to get one, I highly recommend it. I do. It was just that I don't need all these bags, especially if they're just gonna sit here. It was also like at the time when I got the Easy pouch, which is literally also in the same color combo. You can kind of see the trend now. I get gifted quite a few items in general that I really wouldn't use, and so I might as well give it away to someone under retail. So someone who is looking to get something that maybe they didn't want to pay the full retail price, you know? And so I'm more than happy to just get rid of these things and give it away to you guys, because I really don't need more bags that are just gonna sit here. There are bags that are gifted to me that I know that I will use, and I try to pick the bags that I like will use or will wear. I already have so many duplicates or like bags that I could use in place of that one that it just didn't make sense keeping. So that sums it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll leave all of the items linked in the description box below if they're still available. If they're not available, I'll link something similar. Let me know in the comments if there's any bags that you sold. Did you regret it? Did you not regret it? I'm definitely interested in hearing your thoughts. I'll leave another video for you guys here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.